When did you know it was time to close the door on adding more songs or swapping things out, though?
It was going to be 15. That was my magic number. And I remember being in my manager's office and we were going through and we were arguing about which songs were good enough. And I was like so offended when like somebody was like, I could take it or leave it. And I was like, no, that song's going to be on the album. And it was this whole thing. And then it was like 16, then 18, then 20, and then 21. And it was just like, okay.
What song did you fight the hardest for?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I would have to look at the track listing. I feel like all the ones that made it, I didn't actually have to fight for. Those are the ones we did all kind of agree, you know? I think.
Out of the 21, you didn't fight for one?
I think maybe the one that people were like, okay, this one's a little weird was Billy. That song is super weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird
I was
going to
ask about that.
Who's Billy?
Yeah,
It's my
who
dog.
is Billy? Oh, your dog?
It's my dog. His name's Billy.
This song's about your dog.
So I don't even really know what that song's about. It was one of those songs that I just subconsciously, it just flew out of me one day in the studio. I'd like to think it's a fantasy song wrapped up in this bow of like, it's about my dog and the visual has like me and my dog. Because it was right after I got him and he was like a little baby and all that. But then it's also somewhat autobiographical, but not really because like there's lyrics like Billy grew up in a trailer. Like I can't pretend like I grew up in a trailer. Like that's just a fantasy line, you know? But
dude, to all the people who were mean, he channeled your energy.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. Like I felt like, you know, like making music as a kid, sometimes I felt like people didn't really like care, which is totally fine because I was making bad music. Like I wasn't making good music. And so why should people care? But I think it was like I just channeled that and I was like, I'm going to keep going, you know? So.
But by the way, that is true. Like when people tell you suck or like nobody gives a shit about what you're doing, certain people, like it does the opposite. Some people could get discouraged. Yeah. And then other people are solely motivated.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like now I'm thinking about my dog and like my dog is me, but just from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You and Billy are one.
I feel you. That's such a thing. When you look at, people always talk about like when you see a person walking their dog, they're like, how much you see them being the same, you know? And it's like sometimes you don't see it, sometimes you do see it. And I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like me and Billy are very similar.
I understand this.
Yeah.
Have you played this song for Billy?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really know. Actually, yeah, we shot the little visualizer together. The visualizer is me and him, like, we're on a green screen, and it's just, like, literally a one-take thing of, like, me sitting, singing some of the song, playing with him. He gets distracted, runs off the screen. I'm like, Billy, 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 Billy. He comes back, and then we're playing again, and I'm chasing him around. He's chasing me around. It's really fun, so.